is that? I'm going to attempt to pick it up. This will be good for a haul. Ah, shit. Retreated into the wild. Perhaps I'll see Chainsaw Man Volume 1 sometime next year.
What's going on, folks? Zach from Uchuu Shelf here. Hope you guys are doing good and reading lots of manga. Today I have returned from my 2-month excursion in the manga jungle, where I've been looking high and low, between plants, up trees, in dangerous rivers, and in dangerous caves, and other dangerous things that are in the jungle, looking for the rarest of all manga that I cannot obtain in the concrete jungle of the city. Manga I cannot obtain on an online store named after yet another jungle. Manga I thought would be pretty easy to get given its status, and yet, here we are. So on today's haul, I'm going to be delivering you the fruit of my 2-month excursion. All of the manga. Some rare, some not. Most not really. It depends what you define as rare. For the months of April and May. Let's get into it. And stop with this weird accent. Or do we keep it? I don't know yet. I haven't decided. And first up on this, I'm not doing this the whole video. First up on the manga haul, we've got the first 4 volumes of Tenjo Tenge, a very old delinquent manga created by the creator of Air Gear. Oh great. Also doing the Bakemonogatari manga. And to show you guys just how old this is, for you youngsters out there, do you know who this is? Do you know who CMX is? Probably not. That's how old this manga is. This, along with what I'm going to show you next, was going for £2 a pop on a Facebook group, and I thought, you know what? How do you go wrong? Even if I'm not going to read this, even if this sits up there, collecting dust for the next millennia, how do you pass up a deal like that? The anime adaptation of Tenjo Tenge is also just top-notch, and it has this just banger of a friggin' opening track. Like, listen to this. Next up on the haul, from the same order, from the same Facebook group, for the same low price of £2 a pop, I got volumes 1 through 16 of Flame of Recca. I could not pass that opportunity up. Wasn't even a huge fan of Flame of Recca back in the day. I owned a few of the volumes, I did like it, I do love the anime, but I would have never expected to buy all this. And quite frankly, I had no intention of buying all this, but you cannot, again, pass up a deal like that. And maybe that's why I have no money right now. But who knows? I'm not a doctor. For those of you out of the loop, Flame of Recca is just a shonen manga that it follows ninjas and flames and a guy named Recca. It's been so fucking long since I've seen it. I'm sorry, I forgot what it's about. Go read it and watch it, though. It's pretty cool. Brief intermission. While I'm used to the temperate conditions of the jungle, the humidity and the heat, et al., I am still so very goddamn hot in this room because I cannot have the window open. And I cannot have the fan on because the microphone picks it all up and I don't want to have to edit it all out. And if you see my forehead or any part of my fat little round bald head sweating, enjoy, because I'm not editing it out. Next up on the haul, we've got Omnibus 1 of Shinichi Ishizuka's Blue Giant. This is actually a gift for my birthday from Callan from On The Shelf, so thank you. Read a little bit of it, absolutely love it. I think I want to collect a little bit more because I know I'm just going to really like it. And it basically follows Dai Miyamoto's journey to becoming the best saxophone player in the world. Next up on the haul, we've got Naoki Urasawa's 20th Century Boys Omnibus 11. I don't know if this is the last one or the second to last one. I know there's a 21st Century Boys. I don't know if that's like a spin-off or an actual sequel or anything. I don't actually know a whole lot about this series. I read the first Omnibus and thought, you know what, I'm going to wait until I have all of it because I absolutely loved it and I know I need it as a binge read, and I think that's actually what I'm going to do after filming this. Next up on the haul, we got volume 4 of Hiroya Oku's Gigant, an absolute masterclass in I like big boobs, so I'm going to put as many big boobs in manga as I possibly can. Actually, you know what? Come to think about it, I read this volume last night. I don't think there are any actual boobs. I don't know. What am I talking about? Of course there is. The first fucking page I opened to. If you don't know anything about Gigant, I'll leave a link in the description below for a review I did of it already. It's Hiroya Oku of Gantz fame's newest manga. It follows a adult actress and a high school kid, which already sounds bad, but she's gonna save the world because she grows big. I think if you're already a fan of Hiroya Oku and Gantz and all that, I don't really need to sell you on Gigant. But if you look at this and think, nah, that's just hentai. Yeah, a little bit, but it's still pretty damn cool. Next up is another manga that I'm actively following and collecting as it releases, and that is Shizo Shimi's Blood on the Tracks. I've already done a review about this, I've already done a podcast about this. I'll leave links down in the description below. Go check it out. If you guys really just want to see the best heartwarming story of a young mother and her son, then don't read this, because that's absolutely not what it's about. Go read something else. But if you do want to read the complete opposite of that, if you want to read a dark psychological tale about what motherhood and mental illness and protectiveness and being an overbearing parent is, check this out. You can't go wrong. If you know Shizo Shimi, yeah, you know what you're in for. Next up, we've got Volume 3 of Witch Hat Atelier by Kamome Shirahama, a manga that I don't know why I haven't read more of. I absolutely love the first 2 volumes. It's got this sort of unique charm about it that reminds you of a Ghibli movie, just with the creatures and kind of all the magic and everything about the world. And I think through the rest of the year, I'm going to make a better effort to read more Witch Hat Atelier because it's such a good manga and it deserves all the praise it's gotten. If you haven't read it, definitely check it out. I do highly recommend. So next up, we got Volume 9 of Dead Dead Demons Dead Dead Destruction, Inio Asano's magnum opus. Way better than Poon Poon, way better than, definitely better than A Girl on the Shore, better than Solanin, better than anything he's ever created. This is his best manga ever. If you don't know what Dead Dead Demons is about, my very first video was about Dead Dead Demons. I'll leave a link for that in the description below. Definitely check it out if you can. Just the releases are fantastic. The story is one of the most fucking awesome stories in manga that I've ever read. The only thing about Volume 9 though, look at that. Look at all those dark pages. That is a flashback volume if I've ever seen one. Next up in the hall, we've got Volume 1 of Shuzo Oshimi's Inside Mari. I don't actually know a whole lot about this. I know it comes highly recommended from Callum from On The Shelf, and the back of the cover says that it is a, quote, body swap tale with a dark twist, which I could have guessed, really, knowing it's Shuzo Oshimi, but I'm going to get into this when I have a little bit more of it. I know I'm going to like it. I know I like everything that Shuzo Oshimi puts out. I just have this problem where I buy, like, the first volume of something and I absolutely love it, and then I can't get a hold of anything else, and it sucks, and I hate going through it, and that's why I'm going to wait till I have a little bit more till I can read that. Next up on the hall, we've got Masamu Joshichi's Children of Mootown, released by Glacier Bay Books. Honestly, guys, my second favorite manga of all time. Go peep my review down in the description below, or just go over to my channel. Such a good release, such a good manga. It also comes with this really awesome little postcard that I'm actually going to frame and put up on my wall when I get a chance. But honestly, not even exaggerating, guys, this is such a good manga, and I really, really need at least one person who watches my videos to go buy this and just read it and love it the way I do. Then I can die happy. Next on the hall is proof that nature is healing, because Omnibus 6 of Gantz is out! God damn, I've been waiting for this manga for I've had this pre-ordered since last year. I forgot about it entirely, and then it just showed up. Mwah, I won't take you for granted. Please, the rest of you come out on time. I believe this collects up to the final volumes of Phase 1, which means, ooh, the next one's gonna be Osaka, the best arc in the entirety of Go. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be so fucking good. If you haven't read Gantz, what are you doing? Don't even, just Control W, or Alt F4, or turn your computer off and go read it. Alright, not really sure what happened in the video here, but basically I also got Taiyo Matsumoto's Go-Go Monster, something that's kind of been a white whale for my collection for some time. I used to own this way back in the day when it was easy to actually get this stuff, but it's been so horribly out of print because I think this came out in 2009. I know there's a new digital version that you can get, and if you haven't checked this out, you definitely should. It's one of the more understated Taiyo Matsumoto manga in my opinion. It follows a third grader named Yuki who sees these little creatures or spirits around the school that affect school life, other students, and even nature, and follows his sort of loneliness as he's ridiculed by other students and scolded by his teachers. And I was super lucky to get this for the price I did. A huge shout out to Callum from On The Shelf again for sending me really cool finds on eBay that I never seem to be able to find, and one day he's gonna have to tell me his secret. And then last on this here manga haul, we've got volumes 1 through 4 of Tatsukun Fujimoto's Chainsaw Man. Volume 2 not pictured because it's coming all the way from Australia, because that's apparently the only place in the world you can get it right now. I know how that sounds, but look, I know what's going on out in the world right now, and I know that there are far more important things to think about than the availability of Japanese comic books, but when you're stuck inside all day and you just can't get your hands on these things, and you've already read through everything else that you have, oh, the days go by slow. But not that pre-ordering anything on Amazon works, but I have the next few volumes pre-ordered, so hopefully they actually get here on time. Not that you did. You took 2 weeks to get here, didn't you? Anyways, folks, that is it for today's manga haul. Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, or when you tell me what you guys have been buying and reading, let me know down in the comments below, or hit me up on Twitter or Instagram at Uchuu. And as always, don't forget to support legal manga. Go to www.wherecanIreadmanga.com to get the lowdown on where you, the viewer at home, can read manga for free through a subscription or per volume, and do it all in a way that supports the manga industry, supports the creators, supports everyone who works in it, and gets us more manga like this stuff right here. And point to that, I'm actually updating it. It's going to have more links. It's going to look a hell of a lot better than it does now. I don't know when that's going to happen, probably within the next couple of weeks, though, so definitely keep an eye out for that. And, yeah. See ya. Outro. This is an outro. Yeah. You're free to go now. Seriously, leave. I mean, why are you sitting here, man? Get out of here, man. Go. Come on. Leave. Goodbye.